That's it.
So the other day I get a voice note from you saying when you calm me down.
Yes, as always.
I got to be honest, right? Like I get sometimes busy with like stuff I do outside of here, and then it's always you. It's always you. I always get a voice note from you or something like that, or a message, right?
Yeah, right.
I can't say no to you. I just can't. I couldn't. Like your guys are fighting at MTGP. They ain't got nothing to do with Leapfrog. But I just love the fact that what you're building.
Thank you.
Because like you've been there for me from like day one.
Vice versa,
and but there's always a vibe here, man. Every time I see you, it just feels like family now. So it's cool. I feel like part of this journey.
Yeah, man. Thank you.
So there's a few questions that I want to ask. And talk about some potential fights coming up as well. Definitely, and a few things going on with you. The first one is your two boys that I just interviewed.
Yeah, Jared and Kabir,
Made weight. Fighting tomorrow.
Yes.
Kabir's gone down the weight.
Yes, he has,
right? Jared's got a different vibe about him right now. Completely different vibe. And then the last time I chatted to them was almost 8-9 months ago.
So you can see the change.
Yeah, a long change. Yes. You get a difference in terms of how, like I didn't see them train today, but the presence. Obviously they just made weight, right? They're not going to train. But the presence, how they talk, how excited they are to fight, and the knowledge, you know, like the mental knowledge that they have, like in terms of the fight and all of this, is gone up a level. So I'll tell you the first question I have for you, because I've known you for a while now. What does that mean to you as a coach? Because you would have seen this potential. I remember when you were sitting there telling me, right, when I got that voice note, I've got these kids, they're really good. Come down and see them, and they were awesome at that time. And now, they're not where they need to be because they're going to go far, right?
They're going to go a lot far,
They progress so much. What does that mean to you as a coach? And what have you seen in them over the last year pretty much?
What I've seen over the last year is I've seen great change in a lot of my fighters. Obviously the ones that are more active, I'm seeing more commitment, but how can we say it? With this sport, it's a passionate sport, and it's a very, the more you put into it, the more you get back. And sometimes as fighters, it takes a little while for fighters to find their feet, in the sense of like, they can have a few wins, a few lessons learned, a few ups and downs within the start of their fighting careers, especially as novices. And that's what kind of determines where they're going to go. But progress-wise, I think it's like the attitude that I see is a lot different. It's a lot more always willing to learn, but also willing to be criticised. Because that's one thing about me and me, you probably know. I don't mince my words. And sometimes when I tell the guys I'm doing it for the better for them. And what I've seen over the last year, with them all really, but obviously especially with Gerard and Kabir, is a great change in the sense of like they're taking it, they always took it seriously, but now they're taking it a lot more seriously. You know, sometimes it's like, winning and learning changes the person, but also seeing what you can achieve. And when you're surrounded by other guys in the gym, not necessarily fighters, but it's like you say, a good vibe and a family vibe, it breeds it, it's infectious throughout the gym. And me as a coach, I'm very proud to see it, because obviously it's like progression. It's like you say, it's like all fighters get better over time. It's like wine. Wine takes time to mature and be better. A fighter is very similar. At first it might be a bit bitter, but then it's something that gets sweeter over years, you know, it gets refined. And with the guys that I train, that's what I see. It's just, I always say the same thing to a lot of my guys. It's that old cliche, time, consistency, hard work, and dedication. It sounds a bit repetitive, but that is what it is. And with my guys, it's like what I say, they come in and they do the work and they don't complain. And they get on with it. And for me, that shows progression, because sometimes you have some guys that want to come in and train at a gym and maybe they train somewhere else, so they've got their style of training and they incorporate with your style, and it does work a little bit. But sometimes it can be frustrating when you can maybe see something that a fighter's got and you're trying to correct it. And it is working a bit, but they're still kind of reverting back to what they're doing. It's like you can't teach an old dog new tricks. But then what I find with some of the guys, it's like you're saying, it's like progression. When you see something's wrong and you're trying to correct them, how are they taking it back? Are they taking it back positively? We're like, hey, cool, I'm gonna try and work it here. Or are they reverting back to the old thing? And sometimes with some fighters, it's like, they don't progress past those faults, and that's what sometimes can hold them back as fighters in their career path, I would say. Example, I had one guy many years ago, a really good lad, really strong, not cussing or anything, but his low kicks were a bit up and down. We tried to correct them. Over many years, he won a lot of fights with his hands, solid. But if he just added a bit more twitch to his low kick and used his legs more, he would have been better than he was. But unfortunately, because he's kind of set in his ways of using the hands more, and his kick was all right, but he wasn't really proper doing it. And obviously, I was trying to coach him, teach him, and it was going in there. But at the same time, it kind of wasn't. And for me, it was really frustrating because a couple of fights we had where we won, how he wanted to do it, and a couple of fights where it didn't go his way, where if he listened and we maybe used the legs more and adapted and progressed as a fighter, his career could have been a lot different. And he may have still been doing the sport now. So it's one of those things where progression and learning, the coach or the trainer needs to teach the student, but the student needs to be willing to learn and absorb. And sometimes it's difficult because some fighters don't, not that they don't want to learn, but they're set in their own paths. And what I see for a lot of fighters is sometimes you have some fighters fighting for a gym, they're there for a year and a bit. They maybe get 1 or 2 fights at that gym and then suddenly they're at a next gym, jumping around. I call it gym hopping. But as coaches, when you see that, and you see that fighter comes to your gym, are you going to take them in? Because you think it's okay, right, what progression can we get on? How high can I take you? But if I see you jumping from A to B to C, do we know? So I think the progression things come back to loyalty, sticking with your camp and your gym, and believing in yourself, and listening to your coach. Yeah.
See, like one thing that I found from speaking to Kabir and Jared, and I'll speak to you as a coach, right?
Yeah.
There's only so much time that you can give an individual fighter.
Yes.
So you can't live with Jared, for example.
No,
there's only so amount of time.
Yeah.
And then there comes to a point where the success of a gym depends on how the fighters build themselves as well.
Yes,
and I really like the way, like, if you look at, let's say, when I came here last time, right? And you remember we had the 3 of them that were sitting there doing pad session and all that.
Yeah.
And since that time, they've taken what you've taught them and then taught it to each other.
Yes.
Do you see what I mean? So you basically replicate yourself through your fighters and their training, because what I see now is you got Kabir's fighting for a national title. Jared is quality, and you know there's a lot. He's really good.
So you got that one, mate. Watch out for that one. You heard it from me first, yeah? Jared Richards, okay? I like to pick up my own boys, but yeah.
You can see now how they're starting to push themselves, because once upon a time, when I came here, these guys were like idealizing Jamie Petch, right? Like he was like elite level, and they were like the schoolboys. Now it's like, far behind you, Jamie, right? Well far behind you, Jamie. You get where I'm coming from. I would like to see their sparring sessions there, right? And
it's interesting you say that, because it is very true. It's like, you know, obviously with Jamie and me, it's like 7 years stick with 3 years, that kid, you know what I mean? Been ups and downs, blah, blah, blah. But it is true, it's like, for many years, had Jamie as like the main one. But I'll be honest with you now, I mean, I've got like 6 of them that are the main ones.
Yeah, exactly.
And
they're all pushing each other as well, isn't it?
That's it, but they're all competing with each other. It's like with Kabir, like you say, he's come down to 75 kg for this particular fight. Previously fought at 80 and 82. It's amazing how he's come down. He's the nutritionist side of it, the diet, everything's just been, and that comes from a certain attitude that he has within himself, because like you say, I'm the coach, I can have you in the gym for an hour, hour and a half, but I'm not with you when you leave the gym.
Yeah.
We can arrange the fight, I can sit with you, got a fight, got a date, but I think you know as yourself now, the fighter, you have to put that a little bit extra into it. You have to get a nutritionist, you have to maybe pay for some strength conditioning training, you might have to do like a private PT for something else, because the more you put into it, the more you get back. And especially when you start getting to the higher levels of the sport. Once you pass your inter clubs and your novice stage fights, and you start hitting the bigger promotions, your combat fight series, your Muay Thai Grand Prix, your Elite 4 fight nights, I've got to give credit where it's due. Yeah? The Hitman Fight Leagues. When you start getting to the bigger echelons of this system, there is no messing about and playing about. So as a fighter, you've got to be covering yourself, so the coach can help you. But outside of it, it's like what you say, you've got to take accountability for yourself, as in training, nutritionist, turning up. And it's like what you say, it's like, beforehand, they kind of, I wouldn't say they idolise Jamie a little bit. I wouldn't say the shoes on the other foot at the moment, but I definitely think the feet are changing. Shall we say? In a good way. Jamie's still with us. Jamie's still got years to go, but you know, they're all getting. And they're all hungry for it. That's the thing, you know.
Jamie's very much part of this journey as well, because like he would have come in and he would have done stuff as well.
It, you know.
And then like they talk about him as well.
Yeah,
in terms of, like, the
that's
stuff
it. But no, I've got enough of them that hold their own with him, and it's interesting because when they come in, because Jamie's always here on a Wednesday, he's normally here for his PTs and he trains with me on a Wednesday. That's his particular day for coming down, because obviously he's got his gym running as well and other responsibilities. But the connection with me and him is, you know. But on a Wednesday when he comes down, you know, he comes down and the boys are all happy to see him, but it ain't that figure like the Jamie Petch fan club anymore, because now they've all got their own little thing going too. So when they all come in, everybody's on the same. There's never been a hierarchy thing here, but they're all individual stars now, right? They're all bigging themselves up, and it's a real. When they come in and chat to each other, there's no I'm better, you know that. Everybody's just like, and I think that's another reason why they've changed so much from here over 9 months, as you can see, because the way they speak to each other and communicate, and they all big each other up, and. No matter if it's a lesson loss or win, everybody's helping each other, and we cover a lot of things here. It's not just pads, it's strength conditioning. We do a lot of other stuff, but you know, we're not a big gym, but we're a very tight gym. And I think that's what's made us and what keeps us going, really, you know. And as for the fighters, you know, the coach makes the gym and so does the fighters, but it's a vibe. Without them, there's no me. Without them, there's no me. It's a little bit like that, you know. That's why it works very well. But in general, yeah, I'm very proud of my guys, because, you know, a lot of work's gone into this over the years, and, you know, it's a very hard sport and demanding sport, and it's, you know, for fitness and all that stuff, it's very good. But if you want to go into that competitive nature, you've got to be a certain kind of character to do it and to sustain it, and to, you know, because there's a lot of pressure now of social media stuff, and if you win, everybody's your best friend. You're on all the gram, you get all likes. If you learn a lesson, it's one of those ones where you've got to balance it. So I think as a fighter, you've got to be strong here and here in this time. But it's such a good time to be a fighter. If you're a fighter now, social media, you can make loads of money from it. And it's fun though, and you actually, it's a really good time to be a fighter. How can I say it to all my guys, it's a really good time to be a fighter, guys, so if I could turn back the clock, I might even do it again, but I'm too old for that. But now, it's a really good time to be a fighter. So I told my guys, well, now is the time. It's like, there's so much opportunity with different shows, different entertainment side of it, and you can virtually, if you market yourself right, and you've got a good personality, and you bring a bit of flair to your fights every now and again, you can be a household name. Yeah. You'd be surprised, and you put the work in and be consistent, it can change your life. And it doesn't necessarily have to be a fighting thing. If you just want to do kickboxing, Muay Thai, just to kind of in general just get your head in a better place and to meet other people and to, you know, socialise, I recommend it.
Yeah. How much of it is, see, you're sometimes, you come across as someone that's difficult.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
Because you're very, like, your personality is very much that this is it, straight on.
Yeah.
You wear your heart on your sleeve.
Yes.
You're not gonna, if you were pissed off with me, I'll fucking know it.
I'll tell you straight, bro.
Exactly.
I don't F around.
Sometimes what happens is those people, they get the reputation of being difficult.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
But when you see people like Kabir, and you see people like Jared, and you see people like Jamie come through, you actually see the other side of it.
Yes.
You think there is a harshness, but there's kindness behind it.
Yeah.
Like, you're not talking down to people.
No.
You're not cussing them out.
No.
You're telling them what they need to hear to improve to the next level. But then more than this, and this is what you see with these fighters.
Yes.
You put the fucking work in with them.
Yes.
And you help them get to where they need to get to.
Well, that's the thing, like, I think with me, I mean, I don't know, it's kind of thing where, so how you say, I wear my heart on my sleeve a lot. There's not a lot of grey with me. It's black and white. Yeah, there's not a lot of grey. Yeah, I'm the first one to hold my hands up to say, okay, I've got it wrong, I called this wrong or something. I'm big enough man to say it. But I've also been around great people and I've trained with good coaches. And I know what it takes to win and to make a champion and to make winners. And sometimes you have to be a bit of a CUNT to get things done, because that is just the way it is. But I kind of let my results and my work speak. And in the sense of like you say, you've come down to see me this evening, you know.
Yeah.
And you've got Jared and Kabir there. You've got Jimmy flying the flag as well. I've got a lot of them flying the flag for the gym, where a few years ago I just had one. Now I've got about 8 of them. And that's come down to like, you know, it's hard work, dedication, all those 3 things. But they come from me. They come from my attitude. They come from the way that I train them, because, you know, it's like you say, there's no, I don't preach it up, you understand? I tell you straight to your face. You understand me? And sometimes you want to hear it, and sometimes you don't. But I'm trying to do it for the best of you. Because in this sport, once I put you up there, I can't bring you back down again. And it's a dangerous sport that we do. Yeah. You can get hurt in this sport. So for me as a coach, I think it's very responsible that if that's why I'm a certain way. Some people might not like the brashness sometimes that I come across with. And sometimes I know I can be a bit like that. But I'm not a good judge of what I'm doing and who I'm dealing with at the time. And sometimes I have to be a certain way with certain people to get what I want. But at the same time, I am the first one to, you know what, I got this one wrong, I'm being a dick. Okay, but at the same time, most times out of 10, you know, I'm pretty accurate, you know, and it's the kind of thing where like, I don't know, I'm like Spider-Man. I've got a sixth sense. I can tell when bullshit's coming. And that's why sometimes with some people and some things, I'm just very much, nah, I'm not having it. And I'm very, and it's like you say, putting time into my guys, you know. I'm not also a coach, I'll be like, right, 3 minutes on the clock, guys, but skip in. I take my guys down to the park and with them to the park. And I watch them run around it 3 times. Then they do steps, then they do the runs, and I'm with them. I put a lot into my guys. It's not just like the coaches or whatever. I'm with them, you know. We've got a WhatsApp group. I'm like your dad, your best friend, your psychologist, and your coach. All rolled into one. And I'll tell you straight, and you know, for me, being a coach, I think it's very important because people look up to us as coaches. We're held in respect. Young people look up to us. Adults look up to us. And as a coach, sometimes your word is golden. If you're saying something, some people look at you like an aura of like, that's the coach. He knows what he's saying. So I think it's very important when you're coaching, it's like you say, you know, you have to be courteous, articulate, but at the same time, pardon my French, don't fuck about. You know what I mean? You come to train, you want to do the sport, you want to be one of the greats, you want to be up in the world. You want to get a belt? This is the shit you have to do to get it. And you might not like it. If you don't like it, cool, go somewhere else. But most times out of 10, what I personally find, this is just the area demographics that I'm in. People will leave me. They'll come back to me in 6 months, 7 months, a year later. And I'm like, okay, where have you been? Cool, whatever, no malice, do your thing. But in that time that you've missed me and not been with me, look what you could have potentially achieved. Give an example, Jared Richards, 3 years. Came in, 2 of them, him and his mate, both stoners. His mate lasted 2 sessions. Jared came in, took it, didn't like it, took it. 3 years later, 7 fights in, fighting a Muay Thai Grand Prix. Done pretty well, really, doing all right. Probably 10 fights in the year. If the performances are good, the shin guards are coming off. The kid's only 19. That's, for me, that's dedication and commitment. He's coming in to try and quit an addiction, take himself out of something, taking my shit, because I do chuck it out, because I'm testing you as well. When you walk through my gates, it's like, okay, how serious are you? Like, can you do 20 burpees? Can you do this? Can you do that? After you do that for like 3-4 months, and I see you're consistent, you might get my attention. Because I can see now it's worth me giving me my time. My time is it costs money. If I want to charge you, I'll charge you £60 an hour. But enough of the guys, compared to Jared, Jamie, 3 pads. I take my time. I wouldn't say I'm selective, Amir, but I know the ones that are walking through the door that are going to be with me for 2 years, and the ones that are going to be with me for 2 months.
Yeah.
I've done it for what? I'm 48 this year, 47 at the moment. I'm almost 23 years deep in this. So I can tell the ones that walk through the door, that want to do it for the Instagram fame and a bit of like kudos, and the ones that come through the door that actually, you know what, I could potentially make you something and change your life, or you could potentially, pick up my gym, because when I make a good fighter, you pick up my gym. So we're both getting something out of it. Yeah. But for me to put my time into you, I need to see that you're willing to come, train, put the work in, turn up. Sometimes we do sessions here, there's 2 guys here. Sometimes we do sessions here, there's 30 guys here. Come in the days when no one's here, when it's raining, when it's just me and you, or just 4 of us. Those are the days that I'm looking at to see who's really gonna turn up. Oh, we've had a fight, oh, it's been cancelled. Oh, I'm gonna go home and be all depressed and play my PlayStation, not come. You know what? Fight's cancelled, shit, it's a bit crap, okay, fuck it. We're gonna still keep training, but aren't we, for the next fight to come? I'm your coach, I'm gonna try and find you a fight. I'm looking at how you're reacting to this. Are you gonna be, oh, well, I ain't got a fight now, so you know what? I'm just gonna, go to land for a little bit. I'm testing you out on lots of things. So when you ask me about putting time into a fighter, I'm looking at a lot of things here before I really give you my time. Because when I give you my time, bro, I'm with you, right? We're deep, right? I'm with you, I'll back you, I'm with you. And I don't want money off you, because I can see something in you. But I'm with you. But for me to give you that, I need to be seeing something back. And that just turn up and body train and do it for a while. Yeah.
You got your 2 boys fighting.
Yes.
You got Kabir and Jared fighting tomorrow.
Yes, I have, yes.
What can we expect from them tomorrow?
Well, Jared Richards is up and coming. I'm very excited to bring him to Muay Thai Grand Prix, because he's been there before previously cornering with one of Jimmy's fights. He's a very exciting young fighter. He's very technical. That's why it's called a technician. And he's a sponge. And I'm very excited to give him the opportunity, like Philip's given us the opportunity to actually fight, obviously. Thank you, Philip. Yeah. But he's ready for it, man. He's ready for that stage. He's hungry, he's ready, and win or learn, he's gonna have a good time. We know the opponent. The opponent's good. He's all right, but as always, we've got a game plan. I've always got a game plan for a thing, And I'm very confident, if we stick to the game plan, and we do it right, we're gonna get the result. It's a Thai fight, so we're technical in a Thai fight. That's all I'm gonna say.
So you got Kabir on. Kabir's fighting for a national title.
Oh yeah.
No joke. 10 fights in, 11th fight.
Yeah.
National title, which means he's not going to be fighting no joker.
No.
It's, you get a lot of these like national belts, right?
Yes.
I don't mean fuck all. However, MTGP is a prestigious promotion, right? They've been around for ages. So that belt's got some weight behind it.
Yes.
What does it mean to him? What does it mean to you? And what do we expect from him tomorrow?
Well, first of all, for Kabir, he's earning the grade. He's earning the grade for this fight. The weight cut's been good, everything's been good. Yeah, man, he's ready for this fight. This fight is going to be hard for us, because obviously, we're not on home ground, which we like. We're up against a fighter from Team 2, who I've seen the guy fight previously before. He's no rollover. I know he's tough. He's a southpaw fighter. It's a bit more trickier to fight. However, again, we've got a game plan for this. The title was a bit of a caveat from Philip. Thank you very much, Philip, for letting us fight for it or to compete for it. For Kabir, it's the biggest title that he's fought for on one of the biggest stages. Because like what you say, there's a lot of titles that go out there, but there's certain promotions and there's certain belts that are those are the ones you want to have on your wall. Those are the ones you want to have. And this particular one from KGB, from Kickboxing Grand Prix, is one of the ones that, I like Kabir to win and bring back to the gym. We've already got one on the wall across there, that Mr. Petch one. So to have another one in the gym would be pretty cool. As a coach, I'd be well gassed. As a fighter for Kabir, I think that would make his day, because he's previously won 2 smaller titles on smaller promotions, but this is the biggest one to date. This is a big one for him too, because it's a big boy fight, no shin guards. So, yeah, man. So he's stepping up. That's, again, progression. So there's a lot on the line tomorrow. There's a lot. But again, he's prepared. He's trained for it. And we know what's coming. We're going to stick to the game plan. He's going to stick to the game plan. And I'm very confident, that, I'm going to get 2 results that I want tomorrow. Either way, if we get 2 lessons, we come back again. We're rolling the dice. It's the game that we're in. But I'm confident that my guys are gonna shine tomorrow. I'm very confident. I'm very confident. Yeah.
Before there's a few more questions that we've got, but we can't move on without talking about obviously Jamie Petch and Tom Keck. Right? We're gonna have that conversation. I don't know how much of it you can reveal in terms of Jamie Petch's preparation. Where is Jamie at right now? how is he feeling, and how ready is he for that fight? Because it's a big fight. There's a lot of eyes on it. There's a lot of online debate, should we say, regarding how that fight's gonna go. But you're Jamie's coach. You've been there from like day one with him.
Yeah.
What do you think? Where's Jamie at right now? And how do you see that fight going?
Well, to the first question, Jamie's currently in Cyprus, training, on holiday. So that's where he is at the moment. And previously we were in Holland for a week before that as well. How is Jamie's head for this fight? Jamie's head for this fight is switched on. This is a fight that's 3 years in the making. And personally, as his coach, I'm happy this fight's happening again, because I feel that these two, Tom and Jamie, are the best two in this division at the moment. I feel Tom is a very good fighter, and he's a world champion. And it's going to be hard to come against that. However, no disrespect to Tom and his team, but Jamie Petch is the problem, and he's just too much for him. And it's a fight that I'm very excited about. Jamie is very excited about it, because this fight will change his life. And Jamie's not really been a world champion yet, so for him, yeah man, he's switched on. And I'll say it again, no disrespect to Tom or his team, but Jamie's just too much for him. And on the 5th of July, all I can say is that really, he's in full preparation. And yeah, I'm very happy where things are going. And I'll say it again. Yeah, no disrespect to Tom, but Jamie's is too good for you, bro. Keep your hands up.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Now, in terms of yourself, I don't know how much of you can share or not. Obviously, PCT has grown from over the years to what it is now. Yeah. And you were just touching on PCT is going to evolve even further.
Yes.
Where is PCT right now in terms of your vision for PCT? Because you now got, like you said, a whole pool of fighters that are getting opportunities and national titles and world titles and all of this stuff. So you're a fight gym now, and you have quality fighters. What does it mean to you to have got PCT to where it is now? And what can we expect from you going forward? And even maybe like Warrior Hearts coming up at the end of the year as well. What are we getting from you, Paul?
Well, there's a few things going on in the world of PCT gym. Yeah, the gym's going well, you know, I can't really complain. It's been up and down like old gyms are to run. But I think now we're starting to come into our own now. It's taken a little while for us to get there in the sense of like build up the community, build up the fighters, and just making it work. Because it's very hard to run a business, especially in the current climate. But martial arts businesses, you know, it can be difficult. But my vision for PCT, when I thought of PCT, I thought of the name when I was at university doing my degree in sports sciences. It's definitely turned out to what I wanted to be, because PCT gym is like an umbrella, like personal combat training. And what I wanted to have a gym that specialised in combat sports, but also brought all sports under one umbrella. That's where you had PCT. And then technically what I've got here, you know, I've got the kickboxing here, Muay Thai here, I've got other people that train other disciplines here as well. So gym-wise, you know, I'm very happy the way PCT is going and how far it's come. And all I want to do really as a coach is, keep changing lives really. And you know, every now and again, fighters come along that you make and you create. And that's something that I enjoy doing. You know, I enjoy taking something from nothing and making it something, but also I enjoy taking people on a fitness journey. Walking in the door and 6 months later seeing a different face to when you walk through the door. That's what gives me a buzz as a trainer. And it's not necessarily always about the fighting side of things. Because people, oh yeah, you want a kickbox gym. But actually, I like changing people's lives. I like seeing people walk in the door and then 6-7 months later, seeing that person change. They've got a spring in their step. Something's happened, and that is through sport and exercise. And yeah, it doesn't sometimes pay all the bills, things like that, but it's a good start to change your life around. And I think that's why I thrive off PCT. That's why I do it. I do it, obviously, the combat side of it, sports, but I just enjoy helping people. I think I've done a social media post the other day, because we're going to be moving gyms quite soon. It's like, I've been here for 6 years, and I've trained thousands of people from all over the world, and it's not an exaggeration. Yeah. I've had people from like Israel, like Palestine, not going to that one, Thailand, China, well, all over the world, the Caribbean, well, you name it, all races, black, white, gay, straight, you name it, they've all come here. And that's what's been interesting with me, because like, you can look back on the social and you can see it. And I think that's what's given me a sense of achievement as well, bringing so many people together that normally you walk down the street and you might not talk to that person, but when you come to a gym, especially combat sports, not that you're forced to, but because you do the sport and you're smashing pads with each other and maybe sometimes punching each other in the face, friendships again. I've seen so many guys that walk through the door and I've made friendships here, people that are now good friends and things like that. So for me, that's what I get off in it, I think, really, and that's why I enjoy doing it. And moving forward, it's just doing more of the same, really, pushing the sport of Muay Thai and kickboxing, and yeah, just pushing that positive vibe with a little bit of kickboxing Muay Thai.
See, I'll say this, Paul, right? We're coming to the end of the interview.
Yeah, man.
Everyone that talks about you when you're not there always says Paul's a character. They all say this, and you know they say this.
They
right?
love me and hate me.
And I've known you for years, and we've had some interesting conversations over the years. Let's not lie, we have had. But I'll tell you one thing, and this comes from a place of love, right?
Yeah, man.
Is from day one you've been there.
Yes.
And you're super passionate about what you do and your belief in people.
Yes.
I've been in this industry long enough.
Yeah.
I've seen the snakes, right?
Yeah,
you
man.
know exactly what I fucking mean.
Yeah, man.
I've seen the snakes.
I'm like a mongoose, bro. Man eat snakes.
Always from day one,
Yeah.
told me like how it is.
Yes.
And if we've ever fell out, you give me an opportunity to talk to you.
Yeah, and vice versa, I hope.
And then we'll move on from there.
Yes, yes.
But I'll tell you what I see, and from speaking to your boys,
Yeah.
from Jamie, Jared, and I've been there a few times.
Yes.
These guys are not here because they're scared of you.
Yeah.
They're not here because they hate you.
Yeah.
When they talk about you, and you'll see the interview that they've done, when they talk about you with respect.
Yeah.
Because when you say stuff to them and you're harsh to them, they know where it comes from.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that I think people need to know about you.
Yes.
Is what you say and how you say it comes from a good place.
That's it. I think sometimes, like what you're saying, some people might take me a bit like, oh, he's a bit harsh, he's saying this, that.
Yeah.
But once you get to know me, if you take the time to know me and work with me as well, it's like you say, I am very passionate. I do sometimes wear my heart on my sleeve. Sometimes I do just speak straight. But a couple of things, I will admit if I'm wrong. If I say something I'm wrong, I'll be like, okay. But I am a firm believer of, I'm very straight, man. I believe it, It's like you say, me and you've had a few times where, with a few phone calls that I've been a bit heated and vice versa. Like, yeah, you've cussed me a bit, I've cussed you a bit, but we've come full circle and we've sorted it out. And that's what good friends do. And strong relationships work with that.
Yeah.
And I'm not one of these kind of people with me where if I'm in a room, bruv, and man's cussing you, bruv, I'll back you. I'll be like, what are you saying?
100%.
What?
There's
and like some people will be in rooms and they'll bitch about you. You walk in a room and man will come and shake your hand like you're your best friend. Like, bad club, boy, I know your game. But in this game, I shake everybody's hand. Because you know what happens? We all come full circle. We all come back on each other at some point. It might be 2 years, might be 3 years, might be 5 years. But trust me, we're gonna come back again. And when we come back again, and we all sit down and think, we've all got to get on and we've all got to make this thing work.
I'll end this interview because I know you're going to be going to London later, right? Yeah. So I'll end this interview with this one thing. When I was interviewing Jared just a little while ago, we didn't talk much about it, but he mentioned how PCT and you changed his life. He mentioned it, and he mentioned how he was a different person, and that's what you gave him. And this is what I want people to know you for. Is that those people that are around you, like your Jared and your Kabirs and your Jamie, you changed their lives because you believe in them. So when you say stuff like, I see something in you, Right, you go all in and you're not fucking gas.
Yeah.
You do go all in.
It's for a reason.
I know we can't put this on camera, but all that stuff that you did with Jamie and everything that you did, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, how many people are going to do that? Most coaches are like, just send me a WhatsApp when you...
They want
nah,
the
bro, you're hands-on.
I think some coaches want the first product. Some coaches haven't got the patience and the time. And some coaches just want the gratification too quickly. And the thing is, like you say, with my ones, Gerard, Kabir, Jamie, years have gone into this. 7 years with Jamie, 3 years plus with Kabir and Gerard. That's what you build a legacy on, and you build things on that. It's not just like, oh, quick fix in a year. You know, it takes time to build these guys and to make them work. And like you say, like, respect is something that I'm a bit touchy, say that. Because, you know, I am hard on them, but I'm fair on them as well. And the reason why I'm firm but fair is like, look at the wall. The wall speaks for itself. They don't just hand them out. It's hard work and consistency and dedication and getting the crap body whipped to it.
That's what you said, innit? When I said to you, what's the future of PCT? And you were saying about how it's about changing people's lives.
Yeah.
That's it. That's who you are. It ain't about no bill. It ain't about the money. It's about changing people's lives and giving people those opportunities.
Yeah, man, because I believe that's what makes a gym stronger as well. Because people walk through the gates and it's like, every now and again I get random people that I train, that have been training me 5-6 months a year. I get them to give me a testimonial. And it's like the thing, it's like, yeah, you know, people come in and it's like, that's what we do, we change lives and we uplift people. You know, and if you want to compete afterwards, you can. Just a quick plug, but 15th of November, Warrior Promotions in Bristol, in Thornbury, League for Combat Sports, doing live TV. We're back with the 4-man tournaments. I've got 3 tournaments, 2 male, 1 female. The male tournament is 82 kgs, quite tasty. 2 junior tournaments as well. Massive undercard, that's my plug.
Wicked.
For Warrior.
Paul, always a pleasure seeing you.
Yes,
I'm excited to see what happens with the boys tomorrow. I'm excited to see what happens with Jamie.
Thank you very much.
I'm also excited to see what happens with PCT and yourself.
Yes, thank you.
Because you're just always going up, bro.
Thank you.
Take it easy, my man. Thank you.
Cool.